You know, there's definitely a little bit of snobbery around DJing where a DJ has to mix live. It has to. I don't necessarily think that they do. I really don't. Now, of course, the purist in me says, listen, a DJ should be playing everything live, and you should not get booked unless you are a live DJ, very skillful and the best at your craft. Of course, part of me thinks that, right? But there's also another part of me that goes, listen, when I'm out drinking with my friends, okay, when I'm out on a party, I couldn't care less about what the DJ is doing. I couldn't care less what transitions he's got up his sleeve. All I care about is the music, okay? The music has to be perfect. I want the correct song choice, okay? I want the right vibe. I want him to take me on ebbs and flows. I want him to bring me down and, you know, a nice little bit of chill, and then bring the energy, give the nice little, you know, some funky house music, and then maybe take me into a little bit of techno. I want him to take me on a journey from A to B. And regardless of how it's mixed or when it was mixed, I just want that to be good. Now, of course, ideally, you would have a skillful DJ behind the decks, you know, like a James Hype, who can do all that live. But what's even more painful is if there is a mediocre DJ or a DJ that's not that very good, and they are mixing tracks that are just not working together, or they are just choosing wrong songs for the vibe. I've felt this so many times on nights out when I go out to events, and the vibe is high and I'm just pumping, man. I'm drinking, dancing, my friends are in good spirits, we're just all on a vibe. And then all of a sudden, he'll drop a stinker. Drop like a stinker from like 2 years ago that wasn't even that good 2 years ago, and now he's dropping it because it's probably one of his favourite tunes. Get out of it, right? Don't want to hear that. I only want to hear what's right for the vibe, what's right for the event. And that's one thing that I try and pride myself in, by the way, when I'm doing mixes. Like, if you come to listen to my Fisher mix, you're going to hear some Fisher. I'm not just going to drop another tune that I think is alright and that you might like. You're going to hear some Fisher. If you come to a tech house mix, you're going to hear some tech house. You're going to hear my opinion of the very best tech house there is. I'm not just going to drop a drum and bass tune. That's what happened, by the way. I'm there listening to house music, enjoying my nice little boogie, and I do. All of a sudden, he drops a drum and bass tune. Why did you do that, mate? Nobody here wants drum and bass. You're at the wrong event. I appreciate you trying to mix things up, but you're in the wrong garden, son. Get into a different nightclub. And that's not me saying, hey, don't try and push boundaries and be creative. That's me just saying, you know, you should know your crowd, okay? You should know your crowd. If I was doing a Fisher mix on YouTube, I'm not just going to drop a drum and bass tune. No one's going to enjoy it. Right? People turn up because they want a certain thing. People know what they want. And if you're going to try and give them something else, not only are they not going to be very happy, but you're going to have people like me, the DJ police, telling you it's wrong. So maybe just think about that. Maybe that's a little tip for other DJs out there too. You know, if you're playing your first event, your first gig, and you know you're playing house music, maybe EDM, maybe rap, whatever it is, maybe only stick to what the crowd want. Okay, don't play a pop song in the middle of a rap set. Don't play drum and bass in the middle of a house set, unless you can sell the crowd wanting it. You know, if you put a track on that's really like kind of drum and bassy, that's a house track, and you think, oh, maybe I'll test it. But then if you test it and it doesn't work, get back to the house music quick. You know, don't be staying there. You know, this guy switched to drum and bass for like half an hour. Everybody was like, what's going on? Where's the house gone? This is drum and bass. I mean, yeah, okay, I'll dance, but I'm not really enjoying it. Don't do that to people, all right? Just because you want to show your skills off that you can mix all this different type of music together, stick to the house, stick to the drum and bass, stick to whatever the event you're playing at is kind of advertised as. That's what people want to hear, man. They're spending good money for tickets.